Creeps, thugs, sickos, and scumbags beware. You don't mess with the COBRA, or you get bit. You see, crime is a disease.
And I'm the cure.
I can vividly remember the very first time I saw 1986's COBRA. I happened upon the movie on cable television late one night. It was during the scene in which the night slasher and crew attack the woman inside the car. I see a guy with a stocking on his head and a knife in his hand like none other I'd ever seen before. I locked in immediately. I'm thinking, this looks just like a slasher, which is right up my alley. And then Sylvester Stallone showed up, which intrigued me all the more. He drove this badass car, kept a match in his mouth because toothpicks just aren't macho enough, and though he had a don't give a flip attitude, his heart was made of gold. I loved the action and horror elements, the style, the music, the one-liners. Brigitte Nielsen. And it was all so very 1980s. I loved the rest of the movie so much that a couple of days later I was in the video store renting the VHS. COBRA has been a favorite of mine ever since. The movie opens with the most grovelly voiced voiceover I've ever heard, in which COBRA espouses some rather shocking crime statistics. From there, we get tossed right into the action. There's a hostage situation at a grocery store. The situation is totally out of control, so they call in the COBRA. Exiting a 1950 Mercury in his mirrored shades, wool jacket, sweet leather gloves, and match, COBRA makes quick work of the scumbag inside. And after a hard day's work, COBRA goes home, and in an instance of peak cinema, cuts a piece off of a piece of cold pizza with a pair of scissors and unwinds by cleaning his .45 with a COBRA emblem on the handle. Sounds just like one of my evenings, minus the pistol. And I eat the whole pizza. But there's a greater threat out there, a maniac stalking the streets of LA, mutilating victims with knives, claw hammers, and axes. The Night Slasher. And soon COBRA is tasked with protecting the sole witness to the slasher's latest slaying, Ingrid, played by Brigitte Nielsen. But the slasher will stop at nothing to take her out or anyone who stands in the way of his New World Order. What's that you say? Are there any montages? You know it. We get an awesome montage of COBRA and his partner Gonzalez shaking up the city's sickos for info on the slasher, while Ingrid poses for a sexy photo shoot with some robots, while the slasher sharpens his blade and walks around looking like this. While the song Angel of the City blares on the soundtrack. It's beautiful. On a side note, Stallone and Nielsen were an item at the time. They actually got married during the production of COBRA, and you can see the chemistry there during the scenes that they share. The cast is solid. Stallone doesn't show all that much range here. He grunts, he yells, he runs, he shoots people, a lot of people. He occasionally drops a humorous one-liner, and I love the fact that the character's real name is Marion. Nielsen does a fine job with her limited acting experience at the time. Rennie Santoni is memorable as COBRA's sugar and sweets loving partner. And Andrew Robinson's button-down and smug detective Monty is the perfect contrast to COBRA's DGAF kind of style. Brian Thompson is definitely a standout as the Night Slasher. Thompson's name you may not recognize, but his face you absolutely will from movies like Terminator, Fright Night 2, and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and TV shows like The X-Files and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Thompson's performance is intense, intimidating, and kind of scary. And that speech he gives toward the end and his delivery of the word pig. When it comes to action, COBRA is loaded. We get an extended car chase that creates plenty of carnage. There's a great slasher-esque sequence in which the slasher stalks Ingrid in the hospital. The last act features a cool shootout at an out-of-the-way hotel, and the finale takes place in a working foundry in which COBRA and the slasher come face to sweaty face. COBRA is ultra-violent, but you can tell that the movie underwent some serious edits in order to obtain an R rating. There's a rumored work print version of the film floating around that includes 30 to 40 minutes of additional footage, including the excised blood and gore. I'd love to see it. COBRA is the kind of movie they just don't make anymore. Sure, it's a little cheesy at times, like a lot of 80s movies are, but COBRA is so much fun. I can't recommend it any higher. And thanks to Arrow Video, COBRA is now getting the limited edition 4K UHD treatment. First, let's take a look at the limited edition itself. This release comes with a slipcase featuring the original poster art for the film. The sleeve is reversible, featuring original and newly commissioned artwork from Tommy Pocket. We get an illustrated collector's booklet containing new writing on Cobra by film critics Clem Bastow, William Biliani, Priscilla Page, and Ariel Shudson. And we get a double-sided fold-out poster featuring original and newly commissioned artwork. The image quality on this release is going to blow you away. Cobra is already a beautifully shot film thanks to veteran DP Rick Waite, and the 4K presentation here provides the film with plenty of additional detail and makes the colors all the more vibrant. When it comes to audio, we get an original lossless stereo 2.0, 4.0, and DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio options. I listened with the 2.0 track enabled and thought the movie sounded immersive and full-bodied. The soundtrack rocked, the gunshots and explosions boomed, and the dialogue was crystal clear. Overall, I'd give the image quality on this release a 4.5 out of 5 and the audio quality a 5 out of 5. As far as extras are concerned, first up we have White Line Nightmare, a new visual essay by film critic Martin Contrario on Cobra and the Maverick cop genre. It's 13 minutes and 32 seconds in length. Next we have Dark Glasses, Violence, and Robots, a new visual essay by film critic Abby Bender on Cobra and the Maximalist cinema of the 1980s. It's 10 minutes and 12 seconds in length. Next, we have Slashing the Night Away, a new interview with composer Sylvester Stallone about his score for Cobra, and that is 17 minutes and 23 seconds in length. Next, we have Stalking and Slashing, a really entertaining archival interview with Brian Thompson. It's 26 minutes and 1 second in length. Next, we have Feel the Heat, an archival interview with Andrew Robinson, which is 14 minutes and 16 seconds in length. Next, we have Double Crossed, an archival interview with Lee Garlington. It's 9 minutes and 6 seconds in length. Next, we have A Work of Art, an archival interview with Art LaFleur. It's 8 minutes and 2 seconds in length. And we have The Making of Cobra, an archival promotional featurette, which is 7 minutes and 51 seconds in length. We also get trailers, an image gallery, and the TV version of Cobra. And we get 3 audio commentaries, the first with critics Kim Newman and Nick DeSimlin, the second with critics Josh Nelson and Martin Pedler, and the third with director George P. Cosmatos. Or as they called him on the set of Cobra, George P. Comatose. This is a blast of a limited edition 4K UHD for Cobra from the folks over at Arrow Video. If you're a fan of Cobra, and you should be, this release is a must-own. Let me know your thoughts on Cobra down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.